Scouting's more than an activity here in Western New York. It's a way of life. We promote citizenship, we build character, we provide a venue for personal growth. But even after 100 years, our mission is still quite simple. We teach young people to make ethical decisions for the rest of their lives, and they take with them a moral compass that they can live by.
When I was a kid, I got involved in scouting when I was about 12 years old. Now, I'm the assistant director at a community-based organization in the city of Buffalo. I'm a member of the Erie County Youth Board. What it gave me was, it taught me about being responsible. It taught me about being committed to something.
This by far is one of the few organizations that really truly helps build character.
I've said on many occasions, if every youth in America was involved in scouting, we would not have a need for prisons in the United States.
We're living more and more of a time period where we're becoming privatized. We're concerned about ourselves, and the thought of giving back to community is nice if you got time.
These kids really need to know more about what it is to be a citizen of the United States of America.
The first thing I think it teaches the kids is respect for themselves, leadership qualities, and to be leaders in their community, and not be followers, because most of them tend to want to follow the wrong crowd, but with the camping, with the scouts, it's taught all of them how to be stronger young men.
In our urban situations throughout society, but especially here in Western New York, the majority of our youth, they come from single-parent homes. There are no men, especially in the minority, in the predominantly minority areas. They have no men. Scouting gives them that. They give them a mentor. Show them what it is to be a young man. Let them know that you don't have to hang out on the block. You don't have to be involved in drugs. You don't have to run in a street gang. Getting an education, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because it can lead to greater things for them later in life. Scouting gives them that opportunity. That's what scouting does. Provides a mentor for those kids. They need it.
Today's inner city isn't basically geared for kids to play and have fun.
I believe that the kids today, many of them are suffering from what I call nature deficit disorder, which is not a known medical term, but it is a way of looking at an increasing divide between kids and nature that has huge implications for their mental health, for their physical health. What is not happening is this just sense of joy of being in nature. What happens to a generation when you take that away from a large part of that generation and an even larger part of the next and after that?
A great aspect of scouting certainly is the connection to nature, the connection to camping, being in touch with our environment.
Most of my kids have never been off of the west side. So to take them out to a camping site and have them canoeing, doing archery, rock climbing, it's like another world to them.
Society as a whole needs to be more and more green, needs to be more and more in touch with our effect as human beings on the environment in which we live. Scouting is a great opportunity for our young men to learn a sense of responsibility and respect for nature. And even that quiet time of reflection in the woods can become a spiritual time as well as a time to integrate to being a whole human being. To involve scouting in your parish or your church community is a great opportunity to work together. The scouts meet right on our own property, which is great. I think it ties into our whole purpose of youth ministry within the church as we're investing in these men who will be our future leaders. And in my own parish experience, I've seen where the Boy Scouts plug into the parish. If it's parish cleanup days, if it's the parish spaghetti dinner, if it's cleaning up after a storm, the Scouts are very much present and visible, providing service to the church, but also being part of that church community and the larger community of their town, city, or village. I think Boy Scouting and church go really hand in hand. And that's really regardless of what religious tradition, denomination you may be.
Having a scout troop at the Jewish Community Center allows my scouts to participate both in scouting and to fulfill their religious requirements, such as celebrating the Sabbath and enjoying proper kosher meals and daily prayers. So it's a wonderful combination to be in Scouts and to be active in Judaism in Scouting.
My children are in their older teen years, so I know there's only a few years left that I'm going to have the chance to experience life with them. There's nothing better than Philmont for us to spend as a family together.
Philmont is the pinnacle of every Scout's life. Every Scout that's ever been there will talk about it. And it's a 2-week, and it can be longer, hiking trip in the mountains in New Mexico.
It was a big surprise that my daughter wanted to go to Philmont. She'd been listening to her brother and I talking about it for months, and after hearing that for so long, she finally decided it was for her as well.
I was really glad that my dad and my brother were there because I don't know as much about scouting and the outdoors as they do, and whenever I thought I couldn't do something, they always encouraged me.
I think Boy Scouting instills a real sense of community and a commitment to being of service, not just when it's convenient or when they have a little extra time, but that this is an integral part of who they are as a good citizen, and that's rooted in their time as being a Boy Scout.
If you are a Scout, you have an advantage in life. Just understanding the Scout law, the Scout motto, and the Scout promise as a compass to guide you.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country.
To God and my country.
And to obey the Scout law. To help other people at all times.
To keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
What it gave me was, it taught me about being responsible. It taught me about being committed to something. But more importantly, I made friends. I made friends that I still have today.
It's basically still a brotherhood of long-lasting friendships. I found that with Scouting, you can start a whole new brotherhood throughout the world. Once you become a Scout, you're a Scout forever. So you're a Scout for life.
Again, my life went from being, I could have been a statistic, but Scouting and other things that I got involved in my neighborhood growing up led me to what I'm doing now. And what I'm doing now is making a difference, hopefully, in the lives of young men.
Someone helped me through those hard times in my life, and I see those kids as me being younger. So I just want to try to give back to them what was given to me.